So I want you to think back to the last lecture you sat through. How much did you actually remember? Lectures are the defaults in schools and colleges. One person talks, there's rows and rows of students that have to listen, and we already know that this is the least effective way to learn, but we continue to do it. And there's something called the forgetting curve that proves this. Within 24 hours of listening to a lecture, studies show that 70% of the content has been lost to the learner already. In one Harvard study, students actually felt that they learned quite a bit from lectures, but test results actually showed the opposite. It turns out that active learners performed better. So, the problem with lectures is that they're passive. You're not actively doing anything, you're just sitting and listening. So, you're not activating your brain while listening, you're just hearing the information and essentially letting it wash over you. This is why cramming for an exam feels like you're pouring water into a bucket with a hole in it. Trust me, I've been there. I have tried to, back in my college days, try to study last minute and hopefully and hope for the best, but it didn't make a difference. So let's talk about what actually does work. Active recall, discussions, check-ins, writing notes, that actually helps. I know personally when I would write notes and then I would read the notes, a lot of that information would be cemented. So you have to be in the doing of education, not just in the listening of it. So, do you want to hack these lectures? What I want you to do is pause every 10 minutes and reflect on what you heard or what you wrote. That way, it instantly boosts your memory and you remember what they even said to you. In the teaching world, this is called metacognition, thinking about your thinking. We use it all the time. So reflect, think about what you're learning, write it down, just be in the doing of learning, and then you will instantly boost your memory. So here's the thing, lectures are not evil, but without actively listening and actively learning, they're just incomplete. They're not going to help you. So tell me in the comments, what do you do for lectures? Do you go to lectures and how do you actively learn during them? So, next up on the Education Myth series, we're going to talk about the 10% brain myth. So, tell me what you think about that in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one.